A very warm welcome to the start of the last week in the month of January 2026. I am Melissa Enoch with your Money Moves.
And I am Grace Agbarago. It's the 26th of January. We hope you all had a great weekend.
All right, let's tee off with your news now here in Nigeria, where the Debt Management Office holds its monthly federal government bond auction today, January 26, offering 900 billion naira across 3 reopened instruments amid mixed market expectations following a reversal in disinflation. The auction will feature 300 billion naira of 18.50 FGN February 2031 bonds, 400 billion naira of 9% FGN February 2034 bonds, and 200 billion naira of 22.60% FGN January 2035 bonds as the government begins funding the 2026 budget deficit. In Ethiopia, Midrock Investment Group has announced a major expansion of its hospitality portfolio with plans to build and acquire several internationally branded hotels in Addis Ababa and regional cities ahead of Ethiopia hosting COP32 in 2027. The strategy includes developing an additional Sheraton branded hotel within the Sheraton Addis compound and securing around 1,500 hotel beds for COP32 delegates through new projects and acquisitions. Key developments include Moxie and 4 Points by Sheraton Hotels in Mohammadi, the Wabi Shibeli Hotel under Marriott's Autograph Collection, the Westin Addis Ababa at the AU, and the new 4 Points properties in regional cities. Midrock is also expanding into resorts and ecotourism, having acquired Langano Savannah Resort for repositioning under Marriott's brands and recently opened Dembi Eco Lodge, signaling a broader push into sustainable tourism. At the Global Labor Market Conference in Riyadh, policymakers, business leaders, and labor experts are examining emerging labor market issues from workforce transformation and skills for the future to innovation, technology, and inclusive job creation in a changing global economy. Here are some excerpts.
Of the global jobs and about 10% of the global economy or GDP. Your Excellency, we employed at the global level 357 million for a very important client for you. And we generate, the tourism sector generates jobs more than any other sector. And this is as part of the United Nations Tourism Agency. It is good for women. 45% of the jobs are occupied by women, and it is good for youth. 80% of the 357 million are occupied by youth, and therefore, and it doesn't require a lot of skills working in tourism. We're not producing engineers or doctors, but when you provide a soft skills on top of what the people have, you definitely get a very positive end results. In Saudi Arabia, with Vision 2030, we decided to unlock new sectors as part of Vision 2030. We used to be an oil-based economy, and then petrochemicals, oil, gas. We did an amazing job in creating a robust world-class financial services. And with Vision 2030, we decided to launch soft sectors, i.e. entertainment, culture, tourism, and so on and so forth. And therefore, since then, we have been, investing in new destinations. When you build a new destination, when you build a hotel inside the Red Sea, you need people to operate it. And therefore, we make sure as a regulator, as the ministry, that we have enough people to support the growth in the business.
In Congo, S&P Global has upgraded the Democratic Republic of Congo's outlook to positive from stable, citing improvements in tax administration, fiscal performance, and IMF-backed reforms. The agency expects real GDP growth to average 5% through 2028, supported by strong copper and cobalt exports and favorable terms of trade, boosting foreign currency reserves. The decision follows a cautiously optimistic assessment of Congo's economy by the IMF during its recent program review. In the meantime, Morocco has officially launched construction of Africa's largest car tire factory in Driesch province. The project is developed by Shandong Yongsheng Rubber through its Moroccan subsidiary, Golden Sin Tire Morocco, with a total investment of 6.7 billion Moroccan dirhams. The factory will cover 52 hectares, create 1,737 direct jobs, and produce up to 18 million tires per year following international standards. It is expected to generate additional indirect jobs during construction and operation. Kenya is stepping up its cybersecurity agenda, showcasing measures aimed at strengthening digital resilience across government, business, and critical infrastructure. The discussion focuses on how Kenya is assessing and responding to cyber threats, building trust in its digital economy, and safeguarding data and systems in an increasingly connected world. Here are excerpts.
Where we are as a country, we've made quite some strides in terms of connectivity of our country. We have done from 2022 now over 30,000 kilometers of additional fiber connectivity across our country, extending to our various counties, going down to the sub-counties, and to various public institutions. We are also working with our partners, the Kenya Power, to also accelerate additional connectivity. We're expecting with the current arrangement with the funding from the Universal Service Fund to add another 12,000 kilometers under the Kenya Power overhead fiber transmission connectivity. We are very grateful also to the World Bank for the support in funding, and we are also accelerating connectivity using additional funding from World Bank to ensure the rest of the country is connected, and we're expecting up to 20,000 institutions to be connected through the World Bank funding. This will bring us closer to our initial target, but there is still some gaps, and we are very grateful to the European Union, the French government, and the AFD for their support, because we are in conversation for an additional funding that will support us to enhance or extend the overhead fiber connectivity in our country with the support of funding from the French government.
In other news, Zimbabwe's economy is projected to grow 5% in 2026, well above the global forecast of 2.6%, supported by strong mining and agricultural output. World Bank data highlights the country's resilience despite slowing international trade and rising barriers, with government officials crediting fiscal discipline, price stabilization, and balanced budgets. Despite climate risks, Zimbabwe is outpacing much of sub-Saharan Africa. Finally, on news now, the Bank of Ghana has endorsed a new risk-sharing guarantee scheme to boost financing across the cocoa value chain, supporting agriculture-led growth, export stability, and foreign exchange resilience. Signed on January 23, 2026 in Accra, the initiative involves the International Finance Corporation and Access Bank Ghana PLC, with the central bank as a strategic stakeholder. The scheme will provide working capital support to licensed buying companies financing cocoa purchases from farmers during the main and light crop seasons prior to export receipts. I am Melissa Enoch, and that's it on News Now today. The show returns shortly with Grace at the FMDQ Archives Room, giving us our market rounds.
Kenya Pipeline has been the region's backbone for 52 years. Now you can be part of this future. The Kenya Pipeline Company IPO is now open at a share price of 9 shilling. Apply online through kpcipo.e-offer.app or USSD *483*816#. Be part of a 52-year history. KPC, a future you can share.
Welcome back to Money Moves. Let's now go over to Grace for today's market update. Hello there again, Grace.
Hi, Melissa. Let's now take a look at how the markets opened trading for the week, starting off with the equities. The Nigerian Stock Exchange was flat at 165,548.30, while the BROVM slipped 0.42% to 354.83. The Nairobi Securities Exchange edged down 0.09% to 194.42. In South Africa, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange added 1.35%, while in North Africa, Egypt's EGX30 rose 1.39%, while Morocco's MASI fell 1.13%. Let's do a quick round on some of the Pan-African currencies. The Rand gained 0.30% to 16.08 against the US dollar. The Egyptian pound firmed 0.25% for 7.03, while the CFA franc weakened 0.97%. The Kenyan shilling held steady at 129. The Moroccan dirham slipped 0.03% to 9.09, while the naira is 0.22% to 1,416 naira 35 kobo as at 14:03 GMT. Now let's switch into the commodities data deck, beginning with energy prices. Brent crude fell 0.44% to $65.59, and US WTI dipped 0.54% to $60.74. Natural gas surged 11.30% to $5.87, while Arabian gasoline eased 1.48% to $1.82 as at 13:57 GMT. Finally, two metals prices. Gold rose 1.77% to $5,067.80. Copper gained 0.62% to $5.98, and platinum advanced 2.74%. Aluminium climbed 1.58% to $3,195.19, while iron ore was nearly flat at $106.36, down 0.06% as at 13:59 GMT. And that's our Money Moves markets today. Back to you, Melissa.
Thank you very much, Grace, for those market updates. And that's it on today's edition of Money Moves. From me and the rest of the team here at the FMDQ studios, we say thank you very much for watching and bye for now.